Good morning. Welcome back. How are we doing this morning? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. I'm a little bit tired this morning, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I have some really nice swings on deck. Trying to think whether I just close those out and call it a day. What an insane. Oh. Wrong mic. Sorry. Wrong mic. Mic no good. I had the wrong mic on. Good morning. Welcome back. Mike. Shit. This shit's gonna break. Oh, man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Why you have the mic and not me? Why the wrong mic but not me? Hey, I'll give it to you. I'll give that one to you, Traden. That's one of the few times we got operator error. That's one of the few. If we got one of those for every 365 days of streaming, I'll take it. Oh, man. We did. We got an operator error. I'll say it. I'll give it to you. The chat gets a point today. Chat gets a point. Usually the chat's getting negative points, but today they got a point. All right. Welcome back to the live streams. Meta 290 was gorgeous. One of the sickest moves I've seen of the day yesterday. Best move of the day. Does anyone know who Jinxie is? Sorry, this stream is going to be a little bit more relaxed here this morning. Does anyone know who Jinxie is? If you watch video game streams, I would love to know if anyone knows who that is. Obviously, you can tell that my streams are influenced by video game streams. You got Dr. Disrespect, Jinxie. Let's see if anyone knows who that is. I'll wait a little bit until I see an answer. Not looking like many people. No, not the cat. Must be, maybe he's a little bit too young. All right, anyways, welcome back. How's everyone doing? A very nice day yesterday. Very nice upside. Tesla swing trade, beautiful. Apple, some scalps to the upside on Apple. We took those off the 177 level. If you guys listen to the live streams, then you know we were talking about the reclaim of 177 on Apple. Very nice trade, very nice setup, clear risk reward, and, really nice stuff. So that was yesterday for the group. If you guys are part of the group, congratulations. Some really nice trades there. Today, definitely some interesting setups as well. Amazon over 137 is an interesting watch. The NASDAQ, the QQQ and SPY, as you guys can see from the title of the stream, the SPY and the QQQ have broken back above some major levels. This is back over the 4-hour double top. So 444 on the SPY is going to be huge. As long as the SPY stays above that 444, I think this can continue higher. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at there on the SPY and the Qs. Some very important levels to be watching. We'll sort of decide probably the next move here. So some nice stuff out there. NVIDIA earnings, obviously, huge move. 100% increase year over year in revenue, if I'm not mistaken. That is insane. Okay, that's insane. For a stock, for a company as large as NVIDIA, to 100% their year over year revenue is pretty wild, in my opinion. So what a company, what a stock. My son's name will be NVIDIA. If you guys have seen that meme, couldn't be happier. So let's get started. Welcome back to the stream. Once again, press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's get started. So here's the schedule. You guys know we're here for the schedule, right? We're not going to go to the earnings calendar because there's nothing left. The only thing left is Ulta, but I really don't care to pull that up again. We're just going to take a look at this economic calendar real quick, and then we are going to continue. So here's the economic calendar for today. We got jobless claims in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, jobless claims 8:30. And that's just about it. Jobless claims, durable goods, and then today the Jackson Hole meetings start to occur. So we'll see if there's any movement intraday because of these Fed presidents speaking, Fed officials, whatever you want to call them. We'll see. But I'm just gonna walk into a day like it's any other day for me. I'm gonna see if there's any setups I like. Take the trades that I like, right? Don't get scared. Don't be emotional. Take the setups, the risk-reward setups. That's how I'm approaching today. Jobless claims 8:30. That's really about it. Let's go back into the schedule, and let's get this party started. So, Tesla 240, right? Tesla 240. This is going to be big. Can Tesla stay over 240? If you guys watched my last video, which I know a lot of people didn't because it was the worst performing video on my channel in a very long time, I talked about a Tesla swing trade that I'm in. And it looks fantastic. So Tesla swings, awesome. We've been nailing swing trades like left and right in the group. Been sick. Apple 177, that was yesterday. Took that long yesterday off 177. Have that whole trade recorded live. I'll probably post it tonight. NVIDIA retest level. This is going to be a very interesting day for NVIDIA. We'll see if that thing wants to continue, if it wants to pull back. I'm not touching NVIDIA on options. I continue to not do that just because I don't need to. The way NVIDIA moves, the amount of shares that I have, it's like trading options. So if NVIDIA wants to go up, I don't feel like trading it with options during this period. I'm just going to let the shares do their work. I need a pullback before I trade NVIDIA options. I'll show you guys the pullback that I'm looking for. Meta 290 hold, probably one of the sickest holds yesterday on the day. We talked about this in the live stream. We said Meta, if it can reclaim 290, we look for upside. And what an awesome hold of 290, and what a rally that thing had. Google outperformed all week. We talked about it outperforming. It continues to do that. 129 hold, perfect. I mean, everything we talked about in this live stream was pretty much perfect. The 129 hold, the Meta 290 hold, the Apple 177. Go back and watch yesterday's live stream. Amazon 137 break. This is a big break for Amazon, something I would absolutely be watching today. And then finally, a little bit of something that I think people are starting to forget about a little bit, Shopify. Shopify is actually at a very interesting weekly chart level. I'm actually considering a little bit of a longer-term swing trade here on Shopify, and I will show you guys why. All right? Let's get started. Let's do it. So, here's the NASDAQ. Here is the NASDAQ. And what is the NASDAQ doing this morning? Just as clear as day right now. What it did, what it's doing, here it is. So, as of right now, the NASDAQ, I'm actually going to turn off that volume on the bottom just to make this a little cleaner. There we go. Let me delete these because these are old. We don't need to look at those now. All right. So, what level are we holding right above this morning on the NASDAQ? 15,335. Okay? 15,335. 15,335, 15,335. We talked about this level the previous day. 335. 335. Right? 15,335 on the NASDAQ futures. You broke it, and you are trying to hold above it as we speak. Right here. 15,335 on the 5-minute chart. The 50 SMA. If you hold above this level, you cannot be looking for downside today. If you hold above this 20 SMA, this 15,335, this previous high here on the hourly chart, right? If you turn this previous high right here into a support today, which you're doing right now in the pre-market, you are looking for upside. Next upside level is 15,500. 15,500 is that possible next leg higher if you hold 15,334, 335. If you break back below 15,335, right, then you probably could see a retest of that 15,150, right? 15,150, 15,150, 15,150, 15,150. Why did the NASDAQ push higher yesterday intraday? Why did the NASDAQ push higher yesterday intraday? We got above that 15,150, right here. We got a squeeze above 15,150. That was our major level. We consolidated above it, right? We just sort of creeped higher above that 15,150. That was a very important break yesterday. And the reason for that, which I will go back to the hourly chart, is right here. So, 15,150, right? Previous support, previous support, previous support, previous rejections right here. 15,150. We break above it. We hold above it. We continue higher. Next level, 15,335, right? 15,335, 15,335, 335, 335. Break above it. If you hold above it, if you get a little flag here today, let's say you hold above 335 and the 50 SMA demand, that is going to 15.5, right? That is your next move. So today you're watching 15,335. If you hold above it, if you hold above that 50, look for that upside next leg continuation higher. If you break below it, then you got to be a little bit cautious on the upside. Just watch out for this wick rejection or this rejection here and this triple bottom from back here at 15,335. All right? That's the NASDAQ futures. Pretty easy read here today. QQQ, Very easy as well. And here's why. Look at this QQQ, guys. This is a must remember. You have to remember this, okay? The QQQ just reclaimed the previous 4-hour triple or double top. Actually, you know what? Let's call it a triple top. The QQQ just reclaimed the 372 level, which is a major 4-hour triple top. Rejection. Not really a triple top. It's really a double top from back here in June, right? 372. And this was the exact level that caused the downside, right? Why did this happen? Why did this downside happen right here over the last few days? Why did that happen? Because we rejected 372, okay? That's why we got downside. Now, what is happening today? You are back above the 372 double top. You are back above 372, which caused the downside. If the QQQ is over 372, there is absolutely no reason to be shorting this market. There's no reason. If you are above 372, there is no reason to short this market. If you're going to try to short back into this previous high, you're asking to get this move, right? If you want to play the downtrend short, then you have to wait for it to break 372. If you're looking to play this short and you're looking at this longer term downtrend, you have to wait for it to break back below 372. Okay? If you see 372 turn back into a rejection point, then I would look for the short side, right? Then I would look to see if that weakens again. But I don't think there is any reason to short back into this previous 372 double top and this previous 372 rejection on the 4-hour chart. I think you need to keep this 4-hour chart in mind. I think you need to zoom out and understand the whole picture here. That is a major break back above, right? And look at what happened in the past at this level. Hourly chart, right? Look at these previous holds, 372, 372, 372, break, rejection, 372. If you're above this level and you're above the 20 and 50 SMA, I would not be shorting into this hole right here. So watch that 372 on the QQQ. That is major today. This is also why I want to skip right to the SPY. 444 on the SPY. Hugely important here. You guys can see right here, 444, 444, 444, right? Right here. Why did the SPY drop in the short term? Why did we drop over the last few days? Because we rejected 444, right? Look at this, 444. We rejected it here on Wednesday. Downside came in off that 444 level, okay? Now, today, you're back above it, right? So if you hold this area today, right, if you hold above 444, you do not want to be shorting back into this previous demand, this rejection point here, and then if you go to the 4-hour chart, which we just were on, you would be shorting back into a previous double top, right? And if you are above this double top, you do not want to short back into it. If you're back below 444, then the short side setups can begin, right? If you break back below 444 on the ES or on the SPY, then we can look for that short side setup. But that is not until you see a very clean and clean break below and a rejection below 444 on the SPY. That is going to be key. Watch out for this 50 and this 20 SMA. It's right next to each other. But that 444 level in the SPY and that QQQ 372 level are going to be very important watches here today. I would make sure you're paying attention to those. All right? ES. So the ES, look at the 20 and 50 SMA. They're like right on each other. That's pretty, I've never seen that before, to be honest. Here's the hourly chart on the, actually, you know what? Let's go to the 30-minute. So here's a pretty key test here this morning for the ES. So you guys can see right here, you have this previous double top high right there, right? Previous double top high, previous double bottom low, double top high right there, right? On the ES. Now, today, we need to see whether this holds or whether we reject it, right? Because if we hold this area, then we have to continue to look to see if there's upside. If we turn 44.65 back into a rejection, right, that's not a death cross. Death cross is the 200 SMA and I think it's like the 100 and something else. I don't think it's the 20 and 50. 20 and 50, I think it's like the 200 and the 20. It's like a major. Is it the 20 and the 50? That would be great. Yeah, is it 50? 50 and 20? 50, 200. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it makes more sense. Yeah, 50 and 200. That's not that. We're nowhere near that. let's not share that kind of concern there. That would be a break. That would be this line going under this line. That is, we are very far away from that. Okay. So today, right? What are we watching? We are watching to see whether the ES can hold 44.65, right? 44.65 right here. 44.65, 44.65, 44.65. So if you hold it, you look for continuation to the upside. If you break back below 44.65 today, you probably could see a little pullback towards that 44.50. So 44.65, 44.50, you probably could see a little pullback here if we break under this 44.65 today. Just be careful of that 20 and 50 above. Next supply is up here around this 45.15 area. So all about that 44.65 on the ES today. Something I would be watching. SPY 444, QQQ 372, and then the NASDAQ, this 15,335. We'll see if we can hold these levels today. If we can hold them, I'd look for upside continuation today. If we break back below these levels, then things get a little bit iffy, right? A little bit iffy if you break back below the levels that I just pointed out. So let's see what happens. All right, let's just watch these levels. Let's react to what happens intraday. Yes, 44.65 does line up with 444. Very close to it. Correct. All right, let's continue. Dow Jones. We're getting closer to seeing the Giants debacle of a season. Daniel Jones, nothing. This is nothing. Okay, Dow Jones 34,660, 34,300. I got nothing for you. Nothing has happened. Russell, same supply level, 1880, 1850 demand. Got nothing new for you here either. Just trading in a channel. All right, let's continue. Tesla. So 4-hour Tesla, big watch, right? Here we go. 240, right? This is a big watch for Tesla today. We got to see if we can hold this 240 today. Previous lows, right? Previous lows, 240, right there. Do we hold that level? That is all that matters today. That's all that matters here today on Tesla. Can we hold above the 240 level, right? Can we turn this previous rejection point into a support today? Can we hold it and get a break above this 20 SMA? That would cause upside continuation, right? That is the only way that Tesla continues higher today. If Tesla fails to hold 240, then it's going to lose momentum, right? If Tesla can hold 240 today and start to build some strength here, there is a very good chance, I believe, that this continues higher. If it breaks 240, it will lose momentum. I would absolutely 100% be watching 240 today on Tesla. It's going to be a very key level. Yesterday, what an awesome retest entry we took. I think it was at the 230 retest. Right there. You guys were in the chat. We were live trading Tesla yesterday off this little 230 retest. It was this previous high. We talked about this level in my video. If you guys watched my video from Tuesday, we talked about this 230 level. If you go to the 5-minute chart, actually, you know what? Let's go to the 2-minute. 2-minute chart yesterday. This is where we long Tesla yesterday. Right there. Absolutely gorgeous entry. Little pullback, little flag, little 230. Bam. Beautiful trade. That is a break and retest of previous day lows, right? Look how perfect this was. You break back above previous day lows. You break back above this high. You look at that 230 level. You zoom in on it. You see a perfect break, retest, bull flag. It just does not get any cleaner than that. What an awesome trade yesterday. Congratulations to you guys that took this with me. Just sexy, really. That's really the word for it. It's just sexy. It's a little how you doing, where you been. That's all it is. Yeah, just a little how you doing. Right there. Little this, little that. Yeah, so really nice stuff there today. All about 240, right? Watch that 240 today. If you can hold, more upside. If you break back below, cautious of it losing weakness, all right? Apple off 177. Beautiful. If we go to the 1-hour chart on Apple, we talked about this one yesterday on the stream. We said if Apple can hold above this 177 channel low, there could be some demand that steps up, right? Look at all these arrows we had. Demand, 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 demand. Previous rejection, right? After turning that 177 into a rejection, you saw the downside, right? So yesterday, we walked in, we said, look to see if Apple can hold that 177 demand. And that's pretty much all it did, right? You broke back above it in the pre-market. You held that 177 demand. You squeezed to the upside. You got over the 180. So today, you are looking, shout out to Cooge. You are looking for 180 to hold, right? Today, you are looking to see if Apple pulls back, does it hold 180? If Apple holds 180, this is potentially setting you up for another very nice risk-reward potential entry. I would look to see if 180 can turn into support, right? And see if there is a potential long entry off that level. 20 SMA above, a little bit of supply, or a little bit of rejection there, right? So be careful of that. We'll have to see if we can get back above that. But it's okay to long this into the 20 if you get an entry at 180, right? Because there's risk reward here. If you take an entry at the 20, because you have to chase everything that's happening, right? There's no long entry at the 20 SMA. You can trade it back into the 20 SMA if you have an entry down here, because your risk versus your reward is much greater, and it's okay to trade it into that, but that depends on where your entry is. I like an entry possibly on a 180 retest today. I will be watching that. I am holding Apple swing trades, Tesla swing trades overnight. Okay. NVDA. So, big move, right? Not enough to make people make money on their swing trades. So, obviously, once again, implied volatility wins. Why option premiums go down and not me? Why do I get IV crushed and not me? Yeah, NVIDIA, it went up very nicely. It's great for shares, right? $30 a share on 150 shares. I'm up, $4,500. So really nice day for the shares. But, right, this is what we need to see, right? We need to see this. We need to see a pullback to 280. Or, I'm sorry, 480, not 280. 480, right? A pullback to 480 is what you want to see here on NVIDIA for a next long entry. You want to see this pullback. You want to see this pullback. You want to see this pullback. And you want to see this pullback here, right? So you want to see the pullback to 480. If you can get that retest, right? If we can get that retest, then I would look for potential long entries, right? That's what I would look for. So previous highs, previous highs, previous highs, and looking for that retest. That's what I would want. So we'll see. We'll see if we get it. If we don't get it, then I'll just let the shares ride. But if we do get that, then I will be interested in seeing if I can catch some potential pullback longs on some option contracts. Without that, then NVIDIA probably just sort of holds up today. I would be very careful just chasing this thing, after that earnings move. Let's see here. I think it's running an ad right now for some people. So if you guys are still here not getting an ad, then you're special. So I would watch, if you do want to look to trade NVIDIA today and you don't want to wait for the retest, right? If you don't want to wait for the retest because you just can't do it, this is what I would watch. I would be watching this channel, right? So if you are looking to trade NVIDIA today and you don't want to wait for this retest, then I would look for a hold here at 495, and I would look for a rejection here at 520, right? So 520, 495, right? If you get a push above either side, you either look for that, or if you break 495, you probably pull back to that 480, right? So look for that 480, right? I'm sorry, look for that 495 and look for that 520, right? So 520, 495, that's your little channel today. If you can break 495, then you probably come back to the retest, and that would be where I'd be interested in those longs, right? Right over here. This would be a really interesting long here for me. So we'll see if we get that. But first, you got to break under that 495, which could hold today. So we'll see. But that's your channel, guys. Watch this channel here today if you want to look for that secondary move, right? All right. Next, Meta. What a hold. What a hold. What a hold. Yeah, I decided to run. I decided to try out the run ads in the middle of the stream because I just wanted to see what it was like. But I probably won't continue to do it. I mean, we got 1,500 people here, 400 likes, so maybe I do need to start running some ads. Oh man, I'm just kidding. I wanted to see what it would do. I wanted to see what it would show, so I figured why not give it a shot. All right. Okay, we got jobless claims. Let's go ahead and take a look at that jobless claims right quick. So let's see if we get any reaction to that jobless claims. We're right at that 15,335. Let's see if there's any movement there. Not much. Ads if previous video doesn't get 1,000 likes. I don't mind that. I just wanted to do it one time because I wanted to see if there was any significant difference in like the ad revenue received for the live stream. Just curious, just running a little test. J-Dun ad. All right, so you're still holding that 15,335. Yeah, you can turn it off on a day. I can turn it off yeah. 15,335 and this 44.65 still really holding. Still really holding. Like, look at those holds that just stepped in. So that's your watch right there, guys. We can see it already, right? We know it. We know what we need to watch. 44.65 and NASDAQ 15,335. Those are our watches here this morning. Let me know if anything changes there. But for now, that looks to be the area. All right, let's continue. We were on Meta. Meta. So, what happened on Meta yesterday? The 290 hold, man. Oh, what a beautiful hold that was. If we go to the 2-minute chart from yesterday, it was pretty nice stuff. It was pretty nice. So, here's the 2-minute chart from yesterday. I'm going to turn on the intraday just so we can see this a little bit clearer. This right here, guys, was probably the most telling candle of the day, right? That 290 level, which is right here. We talked about this level on the live stream. Look at this little 2-minute action here. Look at the break. Look at this candle. This candle is everything, right? Talked about this with the group yesterday in the Discord. This candle means so much, right? That right there means a lot. Seeing how Meta was able to break back above 290, right? Pull back to it. Look at the wick. Look at that wick off that 290 level. Look how strong that was. It got bought up instantly, right? And then you just see that upside continuation, right? You can see that break, that hold, and that squeeze to the upside. Guys, give me a break, all right? Calm the hell down. If you add ads, I'm going to unsubscribe. Yeah, Jesus, give me a break, all right? You're here free every day. God. I mean, wow. Anyways, Meta, right? Break, right? Retest. Look at that candle right there. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous candle on Meta. And look at that upside continuation. Really nice stuff, right? Really nice stuff. So, really nice. Look at that move. Just a sexy move on Meta. 50 SMA, right? Rejection. Obviously, upside in the after hours due to NVDA. I mean, man, oh man. I love it, man. I love it. It's fun to me. 290, what a hold. But let's look forward and see what to look for today. So today, right, what do we have to watch out for? I'd be a little bit cautious of this 300, 305 level, right? You guys can see right here, 305, right? 305, and you have that 20 SMA right there, right? 305, and that 20 SMA. So I'm not too fond of this one today, like on an intraday. What I would look for is potentially a retest of this previous day high and this 50 SMA. This would be sort of my watch for an intraday potential long right here. You guys can see right here. This 297.50. That's what I'd be looking for today. Edward, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I used to pay $1,000 a year to get daily morning outlooks. I come here for free. Yeah, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that, man. I mean, the luxury to be able to just wake up and open this stream, man. You know, it's probably pretty nice. I wish I could watch myself and not do anything. Yeah, so 297.50, right? 297.50. You guys can see that. You can see that right there. You got the 50 SMA stacked up right there as well. That's right. This is sort of building an entry. All right, this is what you do. You look to see, okay, where does an entry make sense on a pullback, right? And where can I potentially get good risk reward? And where's my stop loss, right? You build that plan. That's all you do. So this is a plan that makes sense. You can see a double top, right? Double top right there. You can see that 297.50. You got that 50 SMA sort of moving across the screen there, right? So if you do get a pullback here, and you see a little bit of dance going on, right? You see a little bit of dance at that 297.50. Then you can see, you know, hey, let me look for a long right here. I'll put my stop underneath, maybe like 297. You know, seeing if it does reject that 50 SMA, and I'll look for that re-entry long, right? I'll look for that re-entry long back to around the 300, 305 area. That would be a nice little setup. So definitely something that I'm going to be watching today. Break, retest, previous day highs, 50 SMA, right? And see if I can potentially play along. If it breaks underneath, and we get stopped out, so be it. But at least you have your plan. You know where your stop is. And if you lose on this trade, right, with a tight stop, you're not going to blow up your account. At least you took a shot where you think a potential long could be. That's something I would watch today. Something I'm going to watch today, actually. So that's Meta. Google. Googie. Guggen. Andy, that's how I always am, man. That's how I always am. What keeps me going, man. I gotta have some kind of excitement here. I can't just, have a monotone voice reading charts all day. I gotta give it to someone once in a while. So 132.50. 132.50 on, well, really it's the 129 level. So let's go back to 129, right? 129, we talked about that hold and how we could, hold if Google reclaims that 129, how important that would be. You can see we reclaimed that 129 on Tuesday. Yesterday, we pushed off of it beautifully. We broke above 132.50, right? Why was this important? 132.50, 132.50, 132.50, 132.50, right? Very nice. 5-minute chart. You guys can see right here. Look at that little break and hold above 132.50. Squeeze up to the next supply, which was 134, right? So 134 double top. See that right there? 134 double top. Intraday yesterday. Now, if we go to the hourly chart and we get a little bit of time, right? Where was the previous high? 134, okay? See that? 134. Now, 5-minute chart. What happened at 134? Double top. Very nice, right? So what are you looking for today? You are looking for this pullback, this little hold here. If you get a sexy little hold here at 134 today, right, and you start to see demand stepping up here, you start to see the NASDAQ pushing, this could be a fantastic long opportunity. Now, right, if you're, you're a little bit eager today and things looking really bullish out of the gates and you just can't help yourself, I still don't mind a long around this 134.90. Like if we open around here, you're risking about 90 cents, right? You have to stop out under 134. So, right, even if we sort of open up a little bit above 134, you still can take a long here, right? But you'd have to understand that your stop has to be down at under 134. Now, how do you plan accordingly for that? You have to make sure that you take the correct position sizing. If you go, balls deep into a position here and you don't correctly manage your position sizing to give it a stop loss of 134, and you just, right, this is what people do. I know we've talked about this before, but this is what happens to a lot of traders. They go way too big into a long here around maybe 135. It pulls back to like 134.50. They're down like $2,000. Their whole account's gone. And then they stop out, right? And then like maybe an hour later, it goes a little bit down, right? And then it squeezes, right off 134. But you got stopped out here because you're taking too large of a position size. You're not giving it the correct stop loss, right? You have to give it 134 if you are to go long, right? If you are to go long on Google, you have to give it 134 as your stop, right? Your stop has to be right here. Now, you have to position size correctly we have to position size correctly to give it that stop loss, all right? You have to position size correctly to give it that stop loss if you're going to buy it overextended, right? The closer you buy it to 134, the larger you can take as a position size and lose the same amount, right? Does that make sense? The closer you buy it towards the stop loss, the larger the position size you can take and lose the same amount, right? Because you're taking it at a closer to your stop loss. That's why I like to take my positions as close to my stop as possible, because I can take a larger size here with risking the same amount. Here, I have to risk less, but I have to give the stock more downside. I have to put less in the position, and I have to give it more space, right? Hopefully that's sort of a mindset change maybe for some of you to understand sort of how you think about when you enter positions, how it's still okay, right? It's still okay to enter here, technically, right? For someone that understands the point here, right? If you understand the strategy, then there's nothing wrong with entering here, right? But someone that knows the strategy enters here with less size because they know they have to give it 134. They don't enter here with 20% of their portfolio and then exit 10 cent lower, right? And then say, oh, what a shit trade that was. No, right? That's you're not managing it correctly. You have to give it 134. You have to, right? Because there is a very high bounce risk at that level. So why would you want to be in here, get stopped out here when there's a high bounce risk at 134, right? You want to be in as close to this level and position size correctly to give it that stop loss, right? Okay, so very, very nice. 134 today. That's what I would be watching, all right? All right. Amazon 137. 137. Big level. Big level. So why is that? Why is 137 big? All right. Here we go. 137. Right. Previous high. Right there. Previous low. 137. Right. You can see those 137 levels have stepped up. Now, look at how interesting this could be today, right? Look at this. Previous lows, right? Previous lows, 137. Now, you can see break, you can see a hold, right? Break and a potential hold at 137. So, do you see a beautiful little hold at 137 today? That is something that I would be watching. If you can hold here, the concept is exactly the same as what we just talked about on Google. Exactly the same as what we just talked about on Google. Andy, thank you for joining the live streams, my friend. I appreciate that, brother. Dea, thanks, Vince, for all you do. Coffee on me, small token of appreciation. Thank you, Dea. I appreciate that very, very much. Thanks for the support, Dea and Andy. So 137, right? Can we hold above that level today? That is something I'm definitely going to be watching. If I get a little bit more time here, right, I'm going to show you the importance of this level. You guys can see right here, 137, 137. Look at the rejections, 137, 137. Look how many times there's been reactions at this level. So if we come into the morning today, you get a nice little NASDAQ upside, right? Nice little NASDAQ upside. You see Amazon starting to build off here, right? You're like, okay, Amazon's really holding that 137. I'm going to go long here, put my stop under. Maybe I put it under to like 136.50 if I want to give it like 50 cents, or I keep it real tight, right? And I look for that upside continuation. Either way, it's a structured trade off a very key level that you can see has had importance in the past. Right here, right here, right here. Very possible that we break and hold this level today. Very possible. Something I would absolutely be watching. Okay. Amazon. And finally, the last one I have for you, my friends. This is very interesting. I think I'm going to take this trade and just sort of forget about it. Throw it in the background of the portfolio. Nothing that's major, nothing that's huge. But man, does this look interesting. Look at this weekly trend on Shopify, right? Since the lows, the weekly uptrend on Shopify. You got up to the top of that trend line. You had an aggressive pullback. You pulled back to the bottom of this trend line, right? Where else is this? What else is this besides the low of the trend line here? Look at the retest, right? Look at this weekly chart retest of these lows, these highs, and look at that right there, right? You have both a weekly chart uptrend, right, around that level. I took it from the candle, not the wick. So like around there, right? You have a weekly chart uptrend. Generally, it's never perfect. And you have a retest of that 54 area, previous highs, break, retest. Very interesting little spot for maybe a long-term, sort of moving into that, keeping a move in this channel, right? So very interesting there. Definitely something that I would be watching to see if we can hold that 55, 54 area and see if we can continue that upside move. If it is a bear flag and you short at the lows of the bear flag, then you're absolutely, totally mindset inversed, right? Where do you take shorts on a bear flag? At the supply, okay? So if you short it here, great, right? You're in a great situation. You're not shorting at the bottom of a channel, right? When you see a bear flag on the intraday, okay, if you're sort of looking at the intraday and you're bear flagging into supply, right, like this, you are taking shorts at the supply highs. You are not taking shorts at the bottom, right, at the bottom of a potential channel. You need to take them here. So if you took shorts here, you know, at 74 supply, great, right? Great. You're probably in a pretty good situation, and you're probably taking profits here, right? You're probably taking profits. I would not be taking. I would not be looking to short at the lows. And if you consider where the market is, if you actually do get upside on the market, right? Shop's not going to bear flag. So if you get that upside on NASDAQ, get that upside on the ES, if you get that upside on the market, this could be a very nice little re-entry on this channel, right? This could be a nice little re-entry on this channel, maybe for another push into that 74, right? So that's something I'm watching, right? We'll see what happens there. If it breaks support, you stop out. If it breaks support, you stop out. And you move on. That's all. Right? You trade ideas. You trade a setup. Whether you like it or not, you don't have to like this. And you trade it. You take your risk. You put money that you're willing to lose. And if it breaks the support, you stop out. That's all it is. All right? I think people have like that feeling that every trade you get into needs to be like a monster trade. Like, I'm either going broke here or I'm going rich, right? That's like, I think that's a big problem for a lot of people, man. A lot of traders. It's either I'm broke or I'm rich, right? That's it. I can't just take trades. Like, I need to like take some trades, man. Take some trades with $200. You lose some money, who cares, right? It's like, that's the biggest thing I think a lot. It's either I'm broke or I'm rich. And this trade right here is going to be the one that I get rich on, right? No, please stop thinking like that. You got to be able to take some risks. You got to be able to take some repetitions, right? Get those repetitions going. Get those trades going, right? Get those, try this, try that. Take a shot here. I like this here. I like maybe this shop, maybe this potential channel will hold. I'm going to take a little shot here, on a 2-month contract for a few $100. Could be a nice little 200% trade. Could be a nice little trade. Not, I'm going to put my whole account in here. I'm about to get rich, baby. It's okay to lose. It's okay to lose. If there's a trade setup we talk about here and it doesn't work, we're not blowing up accounts. We're just taking some risks. Right? We're trading, man. Let's trade a little bit. Let's take a few trades. And let's be okay the next day. Let's be able to sleep at night with the risk that we take. All right. Interesting live stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you, it's always a good time here, man. It's always a good time. I love it. It's what keeps us going in the stream, man. You wouldn't come back here if you weren't here for the drama just a little bit. So press that like button if you could. Subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the time, the entertainment, the technical analysis, everything that comes with it. I appreciate you guys for all the support today. Berhanu, thank you for joining the live streams. Jay Price, add this to the schedule. Toggle ads on and watch chat. Toggle ads off. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. JP, $5 donation. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate you. Now go watch an ad. All right? Go watch an ad for me, all right? And if you don't like the ads, get lost. No, I probably won't add the ads again, guys. I apologize for that. But thank you so much. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.